Okay, this is the fourth follow-up of my experiments that I'm doing to check to see how many tomato plants I can clone from two. The experiment started with 3 plants, but one of the mother plants showed signs of leaf curl disease, so that mother plant and its daughter plants were destroyed. I already have 24 daughter and granddaughter plants growing in my garden outside, and I'll take you there shortly in a few minutes. So this is a view of my small home lab, and you can see some extremely healthy cuttings. Some have been in water for a week only, and some for 2 weeks. As I'm getting better day by day, my cloning success rate from cuttings and suckers is now almost 100%. So there's a total of 26 cuttings in these containers. Some containers have more than one cuttings, which is not a good practice though. Nonetheless, it works. The downside of keeping more than one cuttings in one container is that when roots develop, they get tangled and get damaged when you transplant them. I, however, had run out of containers when I took these cuttings. I also have some cuttings outside, which should now be called plants. They have been transplanted in pots, and you can see most have well developed roots. So these are very well developed roots for these cuttings. And let's have a look at some flowers. So this is an interesting one. It had some buds when the cutting was taken from the plants. In a matter of 8 or so days, these are now flowers, and if you just shake them a little bit, hopefully they will be pollinated, and hopefully you'll have something like this. So these two cuttings had flowers at the time when they were taken from the mother plants or daughter plants. There are 2 small fruits developing now, and these also have some well developed roots. If you take these cuttings to a hydroponic system, the chances are that these fruits will grow up to maturity, and you should be able to use them in due time. And you will probably so these will develop into fruits regardless. So this one has some small roots. This one has a few cuttings and some small roots, not so well developed. These were taken on 3rd of December. Today is 14th of January 2017. This one of the healthier ones, very healthy ones. The size of the leaves is double since the time it was taken, and this is phosphorus plus Epsom salt. So a pinch of phosphorus and a pinch of Epsom salt was added into this container. This is the healthiest one in my opinion. The leaves have doubled in size, very healthy, pure white looking roots. This one just had Epsom salt, and the cuttings were taken on 6th of January 2017. Very happy with the results. All these cuttings are from one plant, beef steak. They're growing roots nicely, all of them. There's quite a few of them in there. Very bad practice, but it will work. This is another one. Some healthy roots developing. So I'm outside in my garden now. So these are some of the plants. I don't know if you can see some tomato plants in containers. This is one of the mother plants, has quite a few fruits, and this was one of the reason that I wanted to clone them. It has probably 15-16 good sized fruits, this one. And these are some of the daughter plants that now have small fruits developing. Not all of them are daughter plants, but most of them are daughter plants on the front side. These are some of the daughter plants, and this is another daughter plant, and this one is a granddaughter plant. This one is a granddaughter plant. There is another daughter plant here, a daughter plant, and these are daughter plants again. Have some. This one was recently put into the soil, and this is another one. So these are granddaughter plants, and I would love to clone this variety. This is a small cherry tomato. I love the taste, so I will probably decide to transplant, clone this plant as well. And this is one of the plants, granddaughter plant, that is in a small homemade type of hydroponic system. This container does not have any soil.